It is 2 days later. We go back to the royal suite of Prince Paul at the Hotel Ritz. The prince is reading a newspaper.
My dear, come in.
Please, sir, I want to speak to you, Paul. Your Highness.
But of course, I'm merely reading the papers. We have another fine press today, thanks to you.
Oh, that's what I wish to speak to you about. I want to stop now. To end this silly farce at once.
You want to do what?
There's no pleasure in this game of pretending to be someone else. You've been very kind. You've been wonderful. And I cannot go on. I must stop. I must.
Well, you cannot leave now. It is impossible.
Why not?
For there's too much at stake. If you were to walk away now, we'd be the laughingstock of the world. I would have no chance at all to get the loan we need from these American bankers. And thousands of men and women and children will go hungry, all because you have suddenly found this position distasteful to you.
How can I go on? Pretending to be your wife
When you're in love with that newspaper reporter?
Yes.
I'm terribly sorry, my dear. But you must try to understand my position, too. More than personal interest is at stake. The issue transcends personalities.
I understand. But what am I to do? Oh, please tell me and help me.
Simply be a little patient. In another 2 weeks, I hope to have the loan from these bankers, and my American visit will end. Then you can go to your friend and tell him the truth. And if he loves you as much as you do him, you will have no difficulty at all.
Very well, then, Your Highness. I will keep up this game of make-believe a little longer. It is hard, but I will keep my body.
I'm deeply grateful.
Hello. Huh? Yeah, this is Joe Morley. Yes, I tell you it is. Hey, who in blazes is calling me at 4 a.m. to find out if I'm me? I don't care if you got a story for me. I'm sleepy. Huh? What's that? About the princess? What do you mean? What? Say, look, if you're trying to pull a gag, so help me, Yeah, all right. All right, I'll be over in the morning. Sure I will. First thing in the morning. How do you do?
Please come in, Monsieur Morley.
Now, let's get to the point. What's this all about?
Monsieur Morley, I am the Princess Bebe.
Oh, really? You are the Princess Bebe.
You may jeer if you like, but I have ample proof. Here, look at these papers before we continue this discussion any further.
This seems authentic enough, but what is this? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, the story is very simple. I was a dancer at the Folie Bergère in Paris. I met Prince Paul there, and we fell in love. I am not of royal blood, and so at first we thought marriage was out of the question. But we decided nothing should stand in our way, and so we were secretly married at Cadantibes. And we have kept the marriage secret. Paul wanted to make it public, but I was afraid the notoriety would injure him. And so we had a quarrel. And at the last moment, I did not accompany him. After reconsidering, I decided I had been a little bit hasty, and I came on the next ship. Because of the war, I did not arrive here until yesterday. And then I discovered that a little Parisian imposter was calling herself Princess Bebe and has been appearing everywhere with my husband.
An imposter? You, Princess... this is a little hard to get all in one swallow.
Let me continue, please. You have written many stories in your paper about this artificial princess. So I want you to know the truth. Here are some of my pictures. Now you can print the truth in your newspaper.
Yeah. So she isn't even married to him. Yeah, now I can print the truth all right. Joe Morley, the world's #1 sap. Yeah, that'll make a great story.
Mr. Morley is here. He doesn't want to see me.
That is right, Your Highness. He insists on seeing Prince Paul.
The ambassador telephoned to say he has urgent business with me. Mr. Morley can wait.
Mr. Morley can't wait. And I can tell you everything the ambassador has to say.
Joe, what are you doing?
Take a look at these pictures, Prince Paul. Do you recognize this lady?
Baby.
Yeah.
Mr. Morley, where did you get these photos?
What do you think? From the little lady herself, not a motion picture.
From Baby? Then she is here.
Yeah, you catch on fast.
Baby. But I am Baby. Am I not?
Hey, look, let's all take our hair down now and quit pretending. You've had a lot of fun with me, haven't you, Princess? I've never known anyone just like you before, but I've heard about your type. A lady gigolo. I hope you get a lot of laughs out of this. I will, when I get my sense of humor back.
Baby here? Where is she, Mr. Morley? Where is she? Rochelle, Baby is my wife.
Your wife? Oh, Joe. Now I see why you're angry. But I knew nothing, Joe. Oh, please listen to me. I didn't make a fool of you. Honestly, I didn't.
Well, you tried hard enough.
Oh, don't do this to me, Joe. All I ask is that you listen to me.
No, I won't listen to you. I listened to you too much already. Star reporter Morley mixes honey with printer's ink. Mixture doesn't gel. Result, the ink comes off the page.
All right, then. Don't listen to a word I have to say. Well, there's nothing I would say to you anyway. You're mean and contemptible and unfair and suspicious and vulgar and horrible and prejudiced and hateful and terrible and...
And nasty.
And super nasty. I don't know why I ever liked you. I didn't. I never did like you. I hate you. I never want to talk to you again. I never wanted to see you again. I won't either. Oh, why did I ever leave Paris? At least if men there weren't gentlemen, they still acted like gentlemen. This is a finish, Your Highness. I don't want the $10,000. I don't want anything. I'm leaving now. Goodbye.
Poor child.
Hey, what was that she said about $10,000? Were you paying her to pose as the princess?
Naturally, I was paying her. This was strictly a business arrangement, nothing more.
Oh, I've made a nice mess out of this. Rochelle! Oh, she's gone.
You're a discerning young man.
Well, I've got to find her and tell her I didn't understand. I made a terrible mistake.
There are many entrances to this hotel. You'll have a difficult time.
Well, do you know where I can reach her then?
I do not.
You mean even if you did know, you wouldn't tell me?
Correct. Why don't you place an advertisement in your newspaper?
Yeah, you're a big help.
Baby!
Paul.
Baby.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, I'm so glad you are here. I apologize.
No, it was all my fault.
I won't let you say such a thing. I was entirely to blame.
No, you were not. And I have done something to atone for my foolishness. Oh, Paul, why did you not tell me you were trying to arrange a loan for Monsieur Grant, the banker?
There's no need to bother you with such matters. How do you know Mr. Grant? What do you know about a loan?
But I've known Mr. Grant for many years.
Just an old friend of the family, I suppose.
You keep still. What about the loan?
The ambassador told me about it, and he said I must keep very quiet or we would not get the money.
So?
So I telephoned to Mr. Grant, and he said that if he had known I was the Princess Bebe, he would have given you the loan long ago. You see, Monsieur Grant is indebted to me. I introduced him to his wife.
You're wonderful, baby. You're wonderful. Where's the money?
He will send you the necessary papers today.
We will celebrate. We will go home.
Oh, boy, let's all go home.
Goodbye, Mr. Morley. Oh, my darling.
And so they lived happily ever after. Fooey.
You're so good to take me back, Madame Tony. I have disgraced you and myself. I'm such a little fool.
Nothing of the sort. Forget the whole experience, child. It was very unwise of me ever to allow you to do it.
Oh, no, Madame. It was my own fault.
Nonsense. You are just allowing yourself to dramatize the situation. You made the mistake of falling in love with a young man who obviously was not worthy of you. Now then, forget it and go back to work. A new line of evening dresses has come in. Go try them on. And if there is one you like particularly well, you may keep it.
Yes, Madame. Thank you so much.
Hello. Get me the Sarge best, please. Hello? I want to speak to Mr. Morley, please. Yes, he's one of your reporters. Yes, please. Hello? Hello, Mr. Morley? Mr. Morley, this is Madame Turney of 3rd Street. I wondered if you might drop over here to see me. No, on personal business. Any time this afternoon, Mr. Morley. Thanks so much. You seem like a very presentable young man, Mr. Morley. You don't look at all like an ogre.
Now, look, you didn't ask me here, madame, to compare me with mythical animals. Now, what's this all about?
I have been hearing quite a little about you, Mr. Morley, and I wanted to see you for myself.
Who's been talking about me?
One of our models here?
I don't know any models. Maybe you got the wrong guy.
You know this one, I think. Her name is Rochelle.
Rochelle? Where is she? I want to see her. I've been looking all over town for her for a week. Where is she?
Suppose I have her come in.
Oh, pardon my boyish enthusiasm and lack of self-control, madame.
Hear me, please. Ask Rochelle to come up here at once, please.
Oh, madame, how can I thank you for this?
Don't yet. Wait and see if she'll speak to you first. I'll leave you here to wait for her alone.
Let's see now. Hello. No, that won't do. Hello there. No. All right.
You wanted me, Madame? Oh,
Very much.
go away.
Now, that's not very reasonable. I'm here and you came in. If there's any going away to be done, you're the one to do it.
How'd you get here?
Well, taxi cabs, we call them in this country. A man drives and you tell him where you want to go, and he takes you there. It's quite simple.
You're most amusing.
Thanks. You're not so bad yourself.
I am leaving.
No, wait, Rochelle, please.
Oh, let me go.
You walked out once before, and it took me a week to find you. I'm sorry, darling. Really, I am.
Did you say darling?
Yes, darling.
Oh, I see. Darling.
Now I'm going away.
Going away? Where?
To Vermont?
Are you going alone?
No, I'm taking my wife.
But you're single. Are you getting married?
Sure I am.
Have you asked her to marry you yet?
Not yet. No.
Well, then how do you know she would marry you?
I've got a sneaking idea.
Well, you're very sure of yourself, Mr. Joe Morley.
I'll say I am. Why, I'm offering her the life of a princess.
Then I am sure she will answer yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just heard Model Princess, a radio play starring America's favorite French ingenue, Simone Simon, and presented from coast to coast over the Mutual Network from the audience studios of WGN in Chicago. And now, if Miss Simone's had a chance to catch her breath after that final romantic love scene, we'd like to ask her to step out of character for a minute. I think our audience will agree that Miss Simone gave a very beautiful performance this afternoon. Miss Simone. I understand, Miss Simone, that you're to be doubly congratulated. Am I right in saying that this is only your third time speaking before a microphone in this country?
Yes, Mr. Andre. You see, I'm still just a beginner.
Well, you certainly sounded like a veteran. How do you like radio acting, Miss Simone?
Oh, I think any kind of acting is fun. On the stage, in the movies, on the radio. I love it.
Tell us, is this your first visit to Chicago?
Yes, it is. And I hope it won't be the last. I think it's a beautiful town. And this WGN studio is one of the most beautiful I've ever seen, here or abroad.
You have another first to your credit, too, I know. Your present role in 3 After 3 is your first in an American stage play or musical, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, all the work I've done in this country was in Hollywood.
Miss Simone, suppose now, for the sake of the ladies listening in, you give us the French viewpoint on American styles. What do you think of our shops, for instance?
Well, it's a good thing we are doing a lot of rehearsing, or I never stop shopping. I've seen so many beautiful things in your Chicago shops I'd love to buy. Well, as I said, it's a good thing we're rehearsing so much.
Another thing I'd like to ask Miss Simone, how